That's right. Well, you heard Joe Biden happy to give out an apology earlier about the Paris Climate Accord. He does owe quite a few apologies, Sean, and he could probably start with the energy workers. Remember who about a year ago he lied to, saying, you're not going to have to worry if I become president. You're going to keep your jobs. Well, what did he do? Day one, canceling the Keystone XL pipeline, putting thousands of energy workers out of a job. And to your point, making sure that America was no longer a net energy exporter, no longer energy independent like we were under President Trump. We are now relying again on the Middle East, on Russia for our oil. I mean, think about the implications of that from a national security standpoint. Forget just what it does cost-wise here in the United States. But how about also, Sean, maybe he could apologize, I don't know, to the family members of the 13 soldiers killed during his botched departure from Afghanistan.
Now, one of the greatest things about the clip we just watched is actually what she went on to say for a good 2.5 minutes beyond what we watched. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jackson White, co-founder and chief of content at Politiscope, and thank you for yet again tuning in to TYT. Now, the irony that is all of the Trumps and all of Fox News and all of far right-wing media is that nothing's ever their fault, even though they're the party of personal responsibility. As Lara Trump went on to talk about the 13 dead soldiers, without mentioning the hundreds of thousands of Americans who died under Trump's presidency from COVID, largely because of the response that we had. The most high-tech, wealthiest nation in the history of the world had the poorest response to it, while her father-in-law was in office. But of course, that means nothing. She went on to talk about supply chain issues, as if the COVID pandemic isn't pretty much the leading proponent of what the whole world is dealing with right now with supply chain issues. This isn't just a thing that Americans are dealing with. Millions of people across the world lost their jobs. Millions of businesses had to be shut down. And naturally, we're still dealing with that and will be for quite some time. She also went on to talk about the invasion of the immigrants at the border, because now all of a sudden under Joe Biden, we have open borders. Let's not talk about what we did to the Haitians. Let's not focus on that. That happened under the Biden administration. But under Biden, we have open borders, and the immigrants are just flocking into the country. If you've seen World War Z, like when the zombies are just like running and flocking on top of each other and climbing on top of each other. That's what it reminds me of. That's how Fox News and the Republicans talk about immigrants, like they're just running in, and everybody in every city, in every town, all across the nation. You better be scared, because here come them brown folks. And she just, on and on and on about all the things. But while Trump was in office, what about our response to the hurricane and the damage that it did in Puerto Rico? What about all the jobs that were lost here? What about all the people who died here? What about the economic highs that Donald Trump inherited from the Obama administration? No. None of that matters. Let's not focus on any of that. Of course, we know it's just a political soap opera, and that's what Fox News is going to do. I mean, they were even complaining about Biden shutting down the Keystone pipeline, which actually is a popular move, but, complaining about moving towards clean energy. This is what we're dealing with, and we know it.